I'm going to say something controversial. If the average black woman had to wait to be married, to have children, wait on a black man usually to pick her to get married, he wants to get married, then there would not be a black population at large in America. I want you to really think about what I just said. Let that sink in. If black women, because especially people who love to criticize black women for having children, and I do believe that black women should stop having out of wedlock children, especially with a number of black men who refuse to get married. But if they actually was following that and said, we're not having any children until we are married women, there would not be a black population at large in America. You know I'm telling the truth. I had to say it.
All I'm saying, ma'am, is you picked the man that you laid down with. You picked the man that you chose to have a child with. You knew when he said he didn't want to have a child, you decided to go through with the pregnancy. I'm going to say it, you forced fatherhood onto a man because he couldn't force you to keep it if you wanted to terminate.
I'm already in therapy. I've been in therapy for years.
Good. And all I'm saying is that good, but your daughter. Your daughters. All I'm saying is we got to get to the point to where women can separate what they had with their men between that's your ex-man. That's her daddy.
No, well, that's the thing. I was trying to explain, Kevin. I only knew him for a month before I ended up pregnant.
Holy shit.
Yeah, you wouldn't let me talk. So, when I was dating him, when I got pregnant, I didn't know him. So when he said he wanted me to terminate, I said, well, I understand. We don't know each other. We just met. And he went his way and I went mine.
A mid-30-year-old college-educated professional woman decides to make a baby with the mother sucker you only know for less than a month. How many times, ladies and gentlemen, have I told you, often today's modern single mother is pregnant longer than she knew the goddamn father.
Mm-hmm. So everybody keeps commenting on my videos, so I guess I'll be explaining how I got pregnant with my cousin. So this happened about 7 months ago. We had went to our other cousin's house. We was all just chilling, having a good time, playing card games. And my cousin was drinking. I was not drinking, but my cousin was drinking. She already know he was lit. And one of the games we was playing was Truth or Dare. And they dared me and my cousin to kiss. We kissed. Cousins kiss. It's normal. Let's normalize that. It's normal. Then the next time, it was for a truth. So someone asked me, did I have feelings for my cousin? I told them yes, because it's true. Everybody has grown up and had a crush on their cousin. Everyone has had a thing for their cousin. They've liked their cousin. That's normal. Get over it. One thing led to another, and next thing I know, we were in the room and we started doing things together, and he asked me to get a plan B because he said that our family would not be supportive of it because we are cousins. But I told him I wasn't finna get a plan B because why would I get a plan B whenever I've secretly wanted to have this baby with my cousin? So woke up the next morning, he was telling me to get a plan B. I didn't want to get no plan B because who's gonna get a plan B? Not me. So I lied to him, told him I was gonna get the plan B, and he cashed out me the money for it. He cashed out me $50 for the plan B, and I told him that I got it even though I didn't get it. I just lied just to get the money. So once I got the money, I went to the store, bought 3 pregnancy tests, I waited about 2 weeks because I started feeling sick. I started throwing up. Took the pregnancy test, came back positive, and from then on I was pregnant. And my cousin claims that he is not going to be in the baby's life. He doesn't want my family to know. He doesn't want his family to know. He doesn't want none of our family to know. And I really don't care. I'm going to honestly put him on child support if he thinks that he's going to walk away from this baby that we had together. And then he wants to say he was drunk, so he didn't know. Girl.
Hello, my More Brothers, back again. And I know the clips I put up front are extreme, or can seem to be extreme, even to the late, great Kevin Samuels. But I actually use them to highlight truth. If you listen to women, especially academic females throughout the ages, it's been said that motherhood is more important than wifehood for a Black American female. Men are a resource to be managed. I've said that many times. We're a resource. And they not only use us for protection as pit bull, sperm banks. Use us as sperm donors, regardless of the repercussions that fly back on us. Like the lady out front, which is the reason for the whole video, that Black women see motherhood as their ultimate goal, which in nature that is probably true. Their first unctor, their first reason for being is to reproduce themselves. With our culture, the way we're raised as male and female, we're supposed to do it in pairs or as a group. Even a matriarchy, they do it within a group. That's why I say that the Black community operates as a gynocracy, as a pseudo matriarchy. Because in a matriarchy, the man's role is not as important in the whole system of things. A woman and child is the top of the heap. It's the top of the order. Now, in the patriarchal white community, the man is at the top of the order. In the Black community, the man is somewhere 3, 4, 5. It's wife, woman, children, man. Now, whether he's married to her or not doesn't make a difference to most Black women. Most Black women don't even care, especially nowadays. It's decayed so much, they've even given up the pretense of wanting to be married, of wanting to legitimize a pregnancy. Even our stars, female stars, don't look at legitimizing a pregnancy. Single motherhood is the goal. Single motherhood is celebrated. It's looked down upon still in most areas of the world, but now it's celebrated. Which, me personally, I don't mind. I don't particularly care if they celebrate their singleness, if they celebrate being a single mother. That's fine with me. But what I hate is them crying about it on the other end. What I hate them blaming Black men for this behavior, when in these examples that I've shown, it has nothing to do with us. They use these men to deposit sperm, and then when it came time to the men objecting, they didn't care. I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm not going to take your feelings into consideration, and if you don't support this baby, I'm going to send the law on you. I'm going to bring consequences on you. And that is why we tell men, guard your seed. Not that you are ultimately responsible for having this baby, but ultimately it's going to be put back on you, and you're opening yourself up to law enforcement and the government getting into your business. Because these women are vicious. They really are. And then they turn around and chastise Black men for getting them pregnant. You don't hear that in the white community. You might hear, but it's very seldom. Very seldom hearing a white woman coming out and chastising the man for getting her pregnant. White women know that their body autonomy, their pregnancy, their fertility is their problem. But in the Black community, the man gets the blame for everything, right? Just like in the last one, With you cannot make this up. Hopefully, I'm kept hoping that this is a skit, that this woman is lying. And I've dealt with women like her that are nuts like that. And even though it was her relative, and even though he was correct about this baby not being born, even though it was going to cause a rift in the family, she did not care. In fact, after having sex, he gave her the plan B, the money for the plan B. She lied to him, told him that she was going to get it, and decided to have the baby anyway. Same thing with the second one, the second video, who a woman is very rational, very educated, very logical, knew the man for less than a month, got pregnant, and decided that she wanted to keep the baby. And she didn't care what he did. And even though I didn't play the whole clip, I'll put the link to the clip in the video. The man even came back months later and tried to be part of the girl's life, tried to be part of the family's life. And then the mother still broke it off because she didn't want him. She got what she wanted. She got his seed. She got the baby that she wanted. That's all she cared about. And then she's crying about the father not being in the baby's life. And then she wants to go out and get a stepfather after that, which is what Kevin was talking about. All this wreckage, all this upsetment, all this damage socially being done by reckless women that are reckless with their wombs. And then when the spotlight comes down on them, then they want to blame it on Jermaine. He didn't do it, Mikey did it. Jermaine stole the cookie from the cookie jar. That's the way it is. That's the way it's been for 200 years. Even in their literature, look at BLM. They said, what is a family? A black woman and her children. Diane Stewart, in her book, Black Woman, Black Love, what's a family? Her mother and her children. In Black Islam, what's really a family? A mother and her children. That's the most sacrosanct. Down to the time when that woman let those babies freeze in that car. What's the most important thing? Keeping a hold of her children. Like Kevin said, you can't make this shit up. You cannot. Anyhow, that's all I got for this one. This is B Just Out, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.